And the microphone, I can see the microphone.
Okay, good. All right, so we
And the
can,
right side is dark and the left side's light.
yeah, yin and yang.
Oh, it does look like yin and yang. Oh my goodness. A
Yes.
lot of people don't understand what that means. They think they do, but they don't. Anyway, that's for another show. Yes. So what did you want to discuss today?
That's actually I want to ask you, but we can start sharing this past weekend. I watch every is it called? Everything Everywhere at Once. Have you seen that movie?
Everything everywhere at once. Give me some details about that. What is that movie about?
It's a okay. It won best actress, best supporting actor and actress for 2023 Oscar, and I'm not sure if it's the best film, but it's basically Asian, like an Asian character, Asian actor, and the title says everything. But
Oh,
I didn't get to see it in the theater, but my sister did, and she came home and, why will that movie won any awards? That movie is boring, and she's
mm,
confused. She doesn't know what that movie is trying to do.
mm,
Okay, so I said okay, and then I of course I seen the trailer, so
right.
so it has a little time traveling, like we've been talking about, time traveling universe and branches. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So all together. So I have that, my sister's review,
Hmm, hmm.
going in watching it, and when I start watching it, uh, to me, when I finish it, I understand the whole thing. But I just don't know
Ah,
why. I just don't know why she doesn't understand. And I
so
see, I see as
you
a
saw
message.
you saw something that your sister didn't see or couldn't see.
She couldn't understand the entire movie.
Mm,
Okay, but the entire movie is basically, I don't, well, some people might not see it, but just a spoiler. Entire movie is about dimension, about time traveling, and about parallel universe,
wow.
and it's about, you know like you're here, but there's many of you elsewhere
Wow.
doing different things, right? And you said change is always good. And I said, depends, because every change, just like back to the branch, every decision we make, let's say we want to go to let's say you decide to celebrate Christmas in Hawaii, for example, and then you had a thought for that, and there's a channeling, a frequency going towards that. But later you change your mind. You're gonna, it's too much, whatnot, or whatever, and then you change your plans, and then now you create another branch or another frequency.
And see, when I said change is good, the only person who would not want a change is
Hmm.
the person it's changing,
They
right?
don't, sort of, yes, none, but I don't think they're noticing that. I know everything is changing every second,
Well, what I'm getting at is let's keep it down because I know you mentioned time travel, dimensions, levels. However, many people are just trying to, hey, look, it is 9 a.m. I'm just trying to get through to 5 p.m. That's all I want to do. Okay, so just please let me survive this day, just one more day type of thing.
yeah.
And sometimes when you're just doing that
Hmm.
and you have your day planned out, you don't want any changes.
Yes,
You are not going to accept any changes because I have to be home by 5:30. However, if your boss comes in, oh, you need to do a new project or you need to finish this before you get home, that change is not good. That's not a
exactly.
good change.
Yes, I agree with you.
So it depends on who is talking about the change. And even something as simple as the weather.
Mm, yes.
Oh my goodness, I hope it doesn't rain today. Why? Because we're having a dinner and it's going to be outside,
Uh-huh.
right? I
Right.
hope it doesn't rain. Whereas if you were somewhere, well, I wish it would rain because it hasn't rained here in so long and it would be
Hmm.
great, it'd be wonderful. So who's to say which change is better, right?
Right.
Right. So that's what I said. Change is always good. And then all of a sudden you mentioned it in the previous episode of one about the old farmer fable where he had a son and a horse, and the horse ran away, but the um, townspeople came in and said, "Oh, it's so sad to hear about your horse running away."
Um,
And he says, "Well, how do you know?"
I, yeah.
Right? And then the horse came back with two other horses, so he tripled his right. And then the son was trying to train the horses, and he fell off, broke his leg, and the townspeople, oh, that's so sad. And the farmer said, "Well, how do you know? How do you know?" And then, of course,
Yeah.
what happened? The king's men came by and they were scripting men into the army. And because he had a broken leg, the son couldn't go.
Yeah.
That kind of change. It all depends on what side of the line you're standing on.
Yes. A funny thing. You say we talk about it last episode. I have I have senior moment. I don't recall. I don't. It was so strange.
And you also have to remember senior moments. We've been forgetting homework since we were 6 years old, 7 years old, 8
Oh,
years old. Oh, I forgot my homework. I forgot my lunch. I forgot my jacket. I forgot my sweater.
there's a explain for that.
Oh, is there? What is it?
Yeah. Well, there's of course there's this scientific. I mean, what do you call it? Doctors' health way of explanation that we know, and then there's a spiritual way that I receive.
Mm.
Okay, so which one do you want to hear first?
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
Okay. So, well, you trigger a lot of ways to explain this. So,
Yeah.
first one, doctor said we lost memory because of age, which is not true. It's a type of the food that we've been consuming in the chemical in the food that we've been consuming,
Mm.
that long term compounding to cause us lost our memories, and type 3 diabetes is linked to that. So
Type 2.
type 3.
Oh,
So
there's a 3. As
yes,
the Alzheimer's, the
yeah,
new
all time, yes,
Alzheimer's.
yes,
Okay, I got you. I
yeah,
got
and then if some people don't believe it. Popcorn, the one we eat in the
you. Ah,
movies.
popcorn. Yes.
Popcorn has some sort of chemical in there that will cause us to lose memory as well.
So maybe we should not eat all that big tub of popcorn when we go to the
Yeah,
movie.
well, popcorn is just one of the chemical. There's only a lot of other food, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving any advice. So just
So you
just
think it's all the
consult
think it's
your
all the additives?
doctor, please. So don't let. We're just talking about this as entertainment. Okay. So okay, what
So
are you
you
saying?
think it's all the additives and the preservatives that they're adding on?
Yeah, it's okay. Well, we well, certain part is intentional. That we already know that someone or higher end people try to play us small in our mind,
Mm.
right?
Are you talking along the lines of like fluoride being added to the water type of thing?
Yeah, that too,
Ah,
because that is closing our, how do you call that? Glum. I have to. I cannot pronounce that word. There's a eye in our brain looks like an eye, and it's a symbol. So
I
yeah,
found the word.
yeah,
It
all
could
right.
be. I found the
So
word we were looking for. It could be wrong, but I typed up. It's called the pineal gland.
yes, that's it.
Pineal.
Yes, yes,
And you said that is sometimes called the third eye.
that's our third eye.
The third eye. Now we have three eyes.
Not sometimes. That's our third eye.
Oh my gosh. Did
Yes.
you do you? I don't know if for this we're on a topic today, but do you think there ever was the third eye was our first eye and then we developed two? No,
No, our well,
because we don't have a, you'd be looking, come on, there's no third eye there. But it is there because in Egypt, you said
yes,
mentioned that they
right.
really saw that you need a third eye.
There's a symbol just exactly look like what you just Google.
And when I said third eye and I said that one eye was the first eye, that's there's also something from ancient days where the one-eyed person was called a cyclops,
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
were
So
very tall.
yes, tall. Yes. So spiritual part. Okay. Um, we as a being, we came into this physical form. All our memories, our purpose to come to this earth is wiped out before we come here. So that's that's a
Okay, hold
memory.
up,
That's one thing.
hold up. That statement was just like all loaded up. So before we were physical, what were we?
We are in a universe. So
So
this we can
we're not
this
physical.
no, we're not. So we can refer the audience listening or watching this can refer to our Christmas special episode. They will know the answer why I'm saying
Oh,
this. Okay, yeah. So the Christmas episode has the clue in there.
I
So
wonder. I wonder what we were. Were we gas, vapor,
we
cloud,
are, yeah, we are actually, from what I'm receiving, we are actually light beings.
light?
Yeah. Lights, lights,
Light.
like lights, light
Wow.
beings.
So does that mean we were very fast? We traveled at the speed of light?
Hmm.
Wow.
Yes. And
So right now we're really so slow.
so when we come into this physical form, Earth, we call it, then we embody that spirit into a body, physical form.
So
And
we really slowed ourselves down then.
and exactly, so the Earth vibration frequency is the lower level, like I mentioned the past episode. There's 12 levels, and we are in this lower level, and there's two or three more below us, and try to get up to this level.
Mhm.
Remember I said that from Alex Jones.
So we were really high,
No, oh yeah, we
and then
originally,
we're really low, like
yes,
you said, high level and low level or
yes,
frequency.
yes.
And then are we supposed to get back to high level or stay here?
We stay here to do our jobs to come here, but we don't remember. You
Wait
see,
a minute.
and
So we're here
then
to
we
do a
come.
job.
Yeah, we're
Sometimes
here
it
to do. Well, yeah,
sometimes it
that was my question. Why were we here? What kind of job are we doing here?
sometimes it
Right?
feels like a vacation. I mean, have you ever gone like to
Yeah.
Macau or Hong Kong or
No,
even Las Vegas or Atlantic City?
Las
Everyone's having
Vegas.
so much
Yes.
fun and they're
Well,
just having fun. It's just like a vacation. Is
yes.
Earth a vacation spot?
No,
Oh,
it's a school.
it's a school now.
Yes, life is a
So
school. So
maybe those spots are recess.
so what I'm trying to say is we're all
Okay.
here to raise the vibration of this earth, because everything links together in the universe. Every planet, every stars, every universe is linked together to generate energy for to the source.
I
So,
wonder.
source is called label. I won't say call. Some people label as God. Some people label as uh,
Buddha.
Bud- higher entity or whatever. But you get the point. There's a source, and I don't know yet. It's about, is this whole thing, is it in a closed, including the space universe, in a closed sphere or not? I'm not sure.
I wonder if it's something as simple as, and I don't want to say simple because it's just wrong word, but just for the sake of the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
We're you mentioned we're in the school, right? But
Yes.
maybe other people are thinking that they're here to
Mm-hmm.
have fun,
Yes, we
right?
are.
Like
School.
college, right? Don't people go to college for higher learning? But a lot of people think of college as a get away from home. The parents are not there. They hear the parties every night, every weekend.
Yeah,
Other people are just go to school and study. Other people go to school and just have fun.
yeah. So everyone,
Ah,
every being, every light here
yeah.
has their its own purpose.
Yes, some people
Okay.
forget why they're there.
Yeah, and some people didn't forget. Like
Yes,
for
yes.
example, I feel Elon Musk didn't forget, or the information download or come to him after. Kind of link back to that movie again. Everything,
Oh,
everywhere, all at once. So basically, this information is linked to that movie that we are everywhere, everything everywhere
and
all at once,
you
meaning that
mentioned another movie that had that same thought.
yes,
Lucy, Lucy.
yes, yes, and because you also mentioned about speed. So science and spiritual. I didn't really take any class of physics, but this is all we agree. So if we let's say for example this pen is your car vehicle. Okay, if you travel, let's say 60 miles on the freeway, right? And you're a person looking at the car traveling, you can see it goes right, right? But
Yes,
imagine this car travel faster, and then it will become what is it going to become? Become a line. You won't see exactly as a solid object anymore. The faster it goes, it becomes a line. Just look at the screen right now, Jesse. Look, see, it becomes a line if it goes
that's the
fast.
scene.
You see? But if I go slow, you can see the solid, right? So imagine this object, it goes fast, and what I can do, speed of light, then you won't be able to see it with our eyes, two eyes.
Yes, that's a scene from the movie Lucy, right?
Yes, and that's what happened. Also, the same logic that the UFO, the you what
Oh, okay. UFOs.
that they travel. Remember, I mentioned they travel on the
Yeah.
frequency.
Yes.
So the higher frequency is the faster wave. So sometimes some people witness the UFO. That means they are in the lower frequency, which is closer to the Earth. That's why we can see it.
So the car's not gone. It's just we cannot see it. It's just
Yeah,
vibrating.
there's a lot of things around us we can't see it. We can only see what we create physically, correct?
Hmm.
So everything is everywhere all at once, and we just can't see it. But our third eye can see it doing meditation, doing focus, channeling,
Hmm.
if you want to
Hmm.
call it channeling or download, like you said.
I was I was looking up. If anyone was wondering what I'm looking at, I was looking up
Okay.
at the director from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what I was finding out is we mentioned it, the movie we were talking about last time,
Mm.
which was called the
Leave the
Obama.
world behind.
Right, right.
Yes.
And that was produced by the Obamas, so it was influenced by the producers slash influencers of the movie, right?
Yes.
So then that movie I mentioned, Lucy, was directed from the individual who directed the Five Elements,
Oh my God! I just
right?
thought about that
Did,
today. Oh
did you just
gosh.
think about it? Yes. And let me go ahead and find out
I'll explain to
who
you
his name
why
is.
I thought about it. You want to? I'll wait for you.
Just let the audience know who it is. He is a French filmmaker,
Yes, I know him.
Luc Luc Besson, Besson. And
Luke
I have a
Mason.
thread or a theory about that, but we'll talk about it another time. It's not going to go anywhere. But yes, he made that movie or directed the movie, The
Yeah.
Fifth Element, in 1997.
Yes, that's one of my favorite movie.
Okay,
And have you seen it?
of course, I was very intrigued with that movie.
Yeah. Okay. And let
The
me.
five elements being
Yes.
part of a
Yes.
defensive mechanism for the Earth, which is a
Exactly.
plot line that is, and I know you love this subject, that maybe perhaps those pyramids in Egypt could have been and do the same thing.
Yes. So the last element is a person.
Yes.
And why I thought about it this morning is thanks to this our fan, or whatever you call it, audience comment on our one of our episode on our YouTube, saying, you know, if you want to get out of matrix, you do opposite, blah blah blah, and then comes down to the towards the end of his comment. He said a lot of people are misunderstanding gender, and gender is sometimes is a spiritual, it's not physical. So if you go back to the fifth element, at first they were expecting a he to come, remember, and then
Yes.
it comes to as a, we understand as a her,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And that person has happened to be the last element to save the earth.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then that's just a line and link to what that person was saying for our
Yes.
video comment.
And you mentioned it, or we were talked about in the very beginning, the yin and yang. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand, even though they know about it. They don't
Mhm.
understand the yin and yang, and they don't understand gender, masculine versus femininity. They think they do, but they don't.
Yeah. Yin and
Yeah.
Yang is it's very interesting. That's also, well, that's kind of also linked to the movie that we're talking about, everything everywhere all at once, because the supposed to be the opponent, the bad
Hmm.
person,
Hmm.
she is she use bagels, that she create bagels that sucks everything in, which is we call it black hole today. Okay. And then if you take yin and yang, black hole is black, so it's the dark side, and the sun is the bright side, right? Sun creates life, right? And
Hmm.
the dark side is sucking in, I would say, gravity.
Mm.
Yeah, so that is very interesting. That movie has this donut shape. It's kind of like my ring light right in front of me right now, like that. And then it has a light around, but the middle is supposed to be black. So that's just that explain the yin and yang right there.
And
That's
then
one explanation.
it's also in the movie Star Wars, right?
Yeah, the dark side.
Right?
Yeah,
It's night and day,
yeah, night and
black and
day.
white.
Yes, everything has an opposite, left and right, up and down, inside,
But if
outside.
but if
You
you
look
look
at it.
at the yin and yang symbol, and even in Star Wars, it tells you to control the dark side, embrace it, face it.
Mm-hmm.
And here, even on this school we call Earth, we are taught to fear the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
But if we use the same messages that yin and yang symbol is giving us, even Star Wars, no, we're supposed to embrace the nighttime the same way we do the daytime and work with it, because they cannot work one without the other. But we're taught to resist it,
Yes.
and by resisting it, we're never going to be, or in the words that you're saying right now, we're never going to graduate.
Yes. Exactly. And if you really think about it, because earlier I said we are a light being, right? So think about this. If If everything is bright, then there's no light. Lights only appear when it's dark.
Ah, right.
Ah, right.
That's a good one.
So, but so all linked together. So school, yes, you have fun, which is considered bright side. You go have fun, and then you will have some downsides, which is more dark, more negative. And when you say 9 to 5, people don't want to think about it. It's because they're being programmed to be a, should I say, labor slave, you know?
Or maybe just resist the change. I mean, we have seasons
Mm.
here, right? Four,
For
and
seasons supposedly, but now it feels like two only these days.
maybe that's some type of manipulation thing. But that's for another top, another
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
Um, we're taught to try to extend our seasons for as long as they can. Oh, let's have summer for longer. Let's have spring because I like that
Mm.
season more. Or there's other people, oh, I love the winter. It's so great. Oh, I love the fall. However, all those need to work together for it to happen. And
Yeah.
that's why I said all change is good, whether you like it or not, because it has to rain. It has to get cold, and
Yeah.
spring birth has to happen. It has to have a rebirth. There's a cycle, and you like to use the infinity thing. It has to go around,
Yeah.
and I do feel that even though we don't like it, even though we might resist it,
Yeah.
change has to happen.
Yeah. Just like what I explained about the lights in the dark. Same thing. You will not know what's happy unless you understand the sad first, right?
Oh yes, that's what they say. What's
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
saying? To do the literature, is it better to have love and loss than to ever loved at all? And that depends on who you're talking to, because some
Yes.
people have that same type of saying with even something as simple as flowers. You know, you say, "Oh, I don't like flowers because they they die or you kill the plant." And however, maybe if you just looked at it for the
Hmm.
present, these flowers are beautiful today. Yes, they're not going to last a week. They're not
Yes.
supposed to,
Yeah.
but if you can just appreciate their beauty for right now, live in the
Right.
moment,
So
and accept change, that would be like, wow.
yeah. So back to what you said. Uh, if people don't like it and they don't want to do it, then on the spiritual side, again, then it will become like you are in a karma that you didn't do the purpose that you sign up to be here. Meaning, you don't want to go do the challenge thing. You don't want to do the hard thing, and then you crossed, meaning you pass. You
Are
go
you
up,
calling?
you go back up, and then they're gonna tell you they call it counsel. The counselor are gonna tell you, "Hey, Jesse, you didn't complete your tax. Go back down again." You see,
So are you
that's
talking?
karma.
Are you just? Are you describing? You have to repeat the grade.
Yeah, if you don't pass, or if you some okay, there's um different different level. There's one is like you fear you don't want to do certain things, but maybe that's your purpose, right? That's one thing. And if you don't accomplish or achieve, you die, you pass, you cross over, you go back to the universe, then they're gonna send you back here again because you didn't pass. Karma. That's what karma means. And then and second, if you did somebody wrong, let's say someone is in a marriage and they cheated, and then they will play a movie. Okay, meaning they will play their whole life repeat. This is also happens in that movie. Everything everywhere happens at once. They keep playing the movie, meaning you can see it yourself on the other universe, other life, whatever you want to call it. then it's like a movie. So when you go back up there, they're gonna play. Okay, you did something. This part you did it wrong. So play it to you, and you will feel sorry. You'll feel guilty, and then you will be the one to come back here again to change it. Like you said,
Hmm.
change
Well,
to do the right thing. So that's
but
why
that's
that's what karma.
reincarnation too, right? Karma and reincarnation.
Reincarnation is just a label. It's more like like just re-entering this frequency,
So what if you don't
right?
believe in that?
Well, you don't have to believe whatever if you don't want to believe, that's fine. But that's a lot. Actually, a lot of religion is telling you that. A lot of ancient history is also telling you that.
Yeah.
And if you want to go more sci-fi or more universe,
And
is also telling you that, right?
I think you were mentioning that they were all light beings and one. And what about that story?
Huh? What's
What about that story that we've heard? What show was it on? I think it's on multiple shows.
okay? What
The
story?
one where we are talking about the Anunnaki, the one who said they
Uh-huh.
created us,
Yes. I don't know.
right? So that throws out the light being stuff to the side, or how do you compare those two?
Say one thing before I
Yes,
go into Anunnaki. So, we're not trying to convince anybody. This is not a cult. Okay. This is just what me and we're just, chit chatting here and then entertaining. And if you want to take it as a sign, as a message, or just BS, whatever, it's okay, right? But I just want to know we're not trying to convert anyone, or this is not a cult. Okay, so back to Anunnaki. Anunnaki is from Egypt, right? Anunnaki is okay. How do I explain it? Let me put it this way: we in our present time, right? Right now, we are on our way to achieve going to be a multiple species based on what Elon Musk want to achieve, right? In a multiple planet, multiple travel, like you going to, like you just mentioned, Maui or Hong Kong, traveling, right? So what?
Macau, baby, Macau.
Yes, Macau, Cha-ching, right? So what's going on is, if we were to think as a uh, infinity, there's no end, no beginning. So what we're doing right now in this time frame, we are creating a machine or a way to go out of out of space, go leave this earth, right? So what happened is the earth at one point will be destroyed. This is every religion, every science or whatever you want to believe says that, right? So let's say earth destroyed and it will reset, okay? And then when it resets, whoever is not in the earth, let's say Mars or what was that? Centralia, another planet. I forgot. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly.
Okay,
Anyway, so
Centuri.
Centaura or
Yeah, it's spelled Centaura, but it's Centuri. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
So let's say we achieve that, and then we go to other planets. We the multiple planets, and then we evolve and into different form, different shape, different type. We'll look different as a being, right? And then what happened is, remember I said earlier, it doesn't matter what planet, we are all light beings. So light beings can this 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 light can be sent to Earth or it can be sent to Mars to embed it into a physical form. Okay. So
Hmm.
if the physical form, if we travel to outside of Earth and Earth got destroyed and reset, and then those beings physical form comes back to this Earth from Mars, from other planet, and then we'll be in the Homo stages.
Hmm.
No Homo, like
Yes.
a monkey, or like you said, those people who doesn't, those, what do you call people? Those ape, right? Ape can be ape, and then they don't know how to speak. They don't, and then someone is teaching them, and that's someone.
Oh, that's the
That someone is coming from, it's coming from other planets, which
But
originally coming from, going from here. So it doesn't matter which planet you in, there's always a physical being there. And the light, like the light being, can send to Mars, send to Central, or to planet
right,
Earth, anywhere, right? But if we just focus on Anunnaki, this person or this being,
race.
it's
They call themselves
it's
gods.
yeah, it's because, okay, because they call them, we call them gods because it's like a magic. Because imagine if we are just an ape, or Flintstone age, remember everything. If, let's say, we talk about Black Mirror, right? If I'm coming from, let's say, Mars, and planet Earth is still a dinosaur age, and there
Mhm.
was a little ape walking around, and they see me with this Black Mirror, and then show them a picture of them on here, play like a video, then Shelby will become a god to them. No, right? Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
And then I'm coming. Don't forget, I'm coming into the atmosphere in a ball, a globe of fire too.
Wow.
You know what that means, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So that's why they call those people God. And Anunnaki said he will be returned, right? Just like Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a long cycle, because, yeah, because
that's a
imagine
hidden
we are just at the stage here right now to go out of out of space. And then we get, we start new lives on the outer planet. Will become, we look differently, all that.
planet. Yes.
Yeah. And then eventually we'll come back to this earth because it got destroyed somehow, somewhat, I don't know
Oh,
how.
here's something I'm reminded of, where you mentioned the word Nibiru, Nibiru,
Hmm.
which is the non-existent planet. But they also call it Planet X, which is the same name as that social media platform X,
That's
formerly
right.
known as Twitter. So you
Yes.
think Elon Musk is from Nibiru?
I don't know. There's something I don't know this message yet, but there's something about X. Because if you really think about it, the Jesus Christ cross is X too. Alex Jones, I got a lot. I just recently, you know, after you mentioned, started pay attention to this person, and a lot of things he said. It's kind of.
Sometimes we don't pay attention, and I'm talking from my personal experiences. Many times,
Hmm.
you're just busy with life. Either you're distracting you, but it's always happening, right? And
Yes.
or you could be in school, going to college, putting your head down and focusing, or maybe what other people do too is maybe they're starting a business, and you
Yes.
have to focus on starting a business. And these things are happening, and I don't got time for that. I got to go to my meeting. I got to go meet some investors. I got to go talk to the regulators, the city or the government regulators, or the
Yeah.
politicians.
Hmm.
You're just busy. I like to say distraction, but is it really a distraction? I'm just trying to live my best life, things like that.
Yes. Well, not well. That's more a reality side, but spiritual side is certain things won't come to you because you're not there yet. You cannot hear FM when you tune in to
Oh
AM.
yeah,
Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's that
absolutely.
movie. I highly recommend it to you and
Okay.
your family or whoever is listening and watching right now. It's worth watching.
All right.
Then
Okay.
you will
Great.
see, there's many Jessies everywhere doing different things. And like you just mentioned, some people get divorced and it creates a different path, right? But the movie, spoiler, the the character, the lady, and then the husband at one universe or one dimension, they didn't get married, and both of them has turned out to be having a great life together. I mean, separately, not together. Okay, they have great lives separately, but when they come together, their life is miserable in a sense.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all I want to say. So watch the movie and give us some of your feedbacks.
Okay.